So here's exactly what I would do and what I would work on as a middle schooler if I wanted to get into MIT. First things first, I would explore the application prompts for essays at MIT admissions website so that I can start understanding instead of guessing what top schools like MIT looks for. So I would not wait until junior year to hear what's on the application. I would start as an early teen. Read the application prompts, see it, feel the gap between where I am and where I need to be. What type of stories that I need to write, what type of narratives, what type of life experiences that I have to accumulate in order to write a stellar piece for the admission officers at MIT. So this leads me to the biggest skill that I need to work on, and that would be writing. Whether you are a STEM student or not, writing skills single-handedly is the biggest component that your college admissions depends on. And let's be real, for STEM-bound students, especially immigrant students, writing is often the hidden deal breaker. So whether your child is in 6th grade or 11th, if they dream of top schools like MIT, Caltech, or Stanford, they must learn to write like they belong there. This is absolutely crucial. Learn to write like they belong in top schools. Now, why students, particularly STEM students, struggle with writing is because of the STEM tunnel vision that they have. Many classes in science tracks write less, speak less, read less than their humanities peers. So that gap becomes deadly in college essays. Your child may be brilliant in math, but if they can't tell their story with clarity, purpose, and persuasion, their brilliance will not make it through the gate. And writing is a long game. There is no cramming. You cannot cram a good writing. Your child might be able to cram for SAT, but you can't cram for writing. Academic English with vocab, argument structure, editing finesse is a skill that builds over years, not weeks. Years. And writing well does not just mean a polished final draft. It also means writing on demand, under pressure, without panic. So, to give you an example, college essays, timed responses, scholarship applications. If your child freezes at a blank page, that's a red flag we need to address now. So, here's exactly what I would do if I was a middle schooler and trying to get into MIT. I would single-handedly focus on building writing readiness for MIT. So here's how I would do it. I would subscribe to science magazines like Scientific American. I would also read nonfiction that bridges science and society. I would read across a variety of different sciences such as biology, astrophysics, and as a parent, you would ask your child to summarize articles, write short reactions, or debate both sides of a topic. And when it comes to writing, you will practice mini essays. And so this will help build confidence, critical thinking skills, and how you lay out your argument and editing. So notice that I did not mention anything about grammar, because writing is more than just having correct grammar. It's about thinking out loud, clearly, and persuasively. And this process here, summarizing what I have read, turning it into a written piece. I'm not reading just for the sake of reading. I'm reading in order to produce a response or a reaction or written work that reflects on my reading. And sure, as a STEM student, I would focus on reading science, but current events also matter. current events, because college essays often ask about ethics, justice, democracy, adversity, and strong writers have thought deeply about life beyond themselves. So, strong writers are also well versed in philosophy. They pull in history, current events, news, not to sound pretentious, but to show they're awake to the world. So, this is a combination of STEM related content with humanities. That includes history, news, philosophy, and the power of writing in competitive admissions. In competitive college admissions is so obvious that students with amazing transcripts can still fall flat if their essays feel lifeless, generic, or overly edited, or too professionally edited. Top colleges do not want ghost-written personal statements. They want insight, your child's own mind, your teen's own mind in motion. That's what they're looking for. So, what sets admitted students apart? It's students who read widely, even outside of school, and write often, without fear. They think in full paragraphs, not text message fragments. Can tell a personal story without sounding rehearsed. These students not only get in, but they also thrive once they're on campus. So, as a parent, here are your next steps for your ambitious teenager. Explore the top schools admission website. For sake of this video, I'll just say MIT admissions website. Have them start reading and writing regularly with curiosity and joy. And get constructive feedback early when writing habits are still forming. And treat writing not as a one-time task, but as a core academic skill, like math or coding. Because when the essays drop in senior year, the clock is already ticking. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share this with another parent who needs to hear this message, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.